Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, Valiant Master today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing adventure playing Kobold Press's outstanding Tales of the Valiant RPG. If you're not familiar with Tales of the Valiant, it is very much like 85% Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with some changes made onto it. So if you're familiar with D&D 5th edition, well, you'll be very well at home in Tales of the Valiant. We are using the game to play in our custom setting of, which we're kind of calling Metropole right now. It doesn't really have a name. It is coming together as we play, but it is a setting of, let's see here, industrial progress, class disparity, and occult conspiracy. Ingolf, does that sound familiar? Hearing that on a Sunday night? And with me today are the stars of our adventure, the Demon's Hand. I'll go the order. I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? I will say as well, at the time of recording, it's been a month and a half since we last played. I had vacation. I had my wisdom teeth out. I can tell I'm looking much slimmer. Thank you very much for noticing. I'm having that much calcium yanked out of my head has made things so much better. So we may be doing a bit more catch up if you're watching this through, on a playlist at a later point. But let me go through the order of our players here. First up, we've got Graham. Oh, Graham, can you hear us?
Oh, sorry. I missed you at that very crucial moment as to what name it was. But I'm grateful for that because you have reminded me. I'm Graham, and I'm playing Harlan Kredge, an investigator, a bit of a sleuth, slightly cold individual, but it has probably got somewhere a heart of gold.
Nice. Next up is Ingolf.
Hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Rosalie Day, who is a druid of roses, a human.
Very nice. Next up is George.
Hey everybody, I'm George. I am playing Maxwell Lynch, or Brother Maxwell Lynch. He is a time-broken, I'm going to use the word Kevin used in our summary, cultist of Thoth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And he's got a bird on his shoulder named Talk.
Very nice. And last but certainly not least is David.
Hi everyone, I'm David. I'm playing the other Lynch brother, a Shadow Touch paladin looking for redemption.
Very nice. So guys, last session felt, well again, it has been a while since we had a chance to play this, but our last session left us off with a eventful train ride. What do you guys recall about that?
Well, essentially we came a cropper, didn't we?
That's right, you had a bit of a run-in with Mr. Cropper.
Yes.
Yeah.
We bit of a run-in, meaning he almost ran us all in because we barely survived.
Yeah.
Because it turned out he wasn't just, the gorgeous-looking gentleman that he appears to be.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked to learn that underneath that amazing exterior lies a war devil.
You also, for Graham at least, got to get introduced to one of the best monsters. Oh, and someone pointed out in either in chat or in comments afterwards, Fiendfolio is where the Gibbering Mouther first appeared. So first edition.
Oh.
I said AD&D second, but it was first is where it first appeared.
Yeah, I remember that. I was a big title back in the day.
So we have the UK to blame for it.
Exactly. Great. So what do you guys were on the train heading towards a town called Thistleton. Do you recall what the reason was for that?
Scene of the crime was principally our reason for going. It was to understand exactly what had happened to our good friend Rodders, Rodney Weston, the petty criminal who managed to steal the Demon Hand. Probably was supposed to give it back in some kind of interesting insurance scam, but unfortunately everything got on top of him. Possibly Mr. Cropper, we don't know, but it's,
Yeah. So there are a number of interested parties, it seems, involved in this at present. We'll assume this is happening in the aftermath of the battle. Mr. Cropper had thrown himself out of a window rather than facing defeat at your hands, and that left you guys explaining, I suppose, to the it's not the conductor, but what do you call the steward who takes the tickets on a train? That job clearly has a title to it. I just don't know what you call that. Ticket agent?
I think we might use the term conductor, actually.
Oh, is it a conductor? Okay.
Don't know. Yeah.
That could be.
See, I thought like my knowledge of naval terms was the height of my ignorance, and now we've started on a train, and I'm. It appears I have a rival for it.
Just ticket inspector, ticket controller.
Yeah. Well, chat's got ticket inspector. Thank you, a Concurt, but I wouldn't call him a ticket inspector.
Yeah, inspector. I guess he does go around, or they go around asking for tickets, but that's not the person we're thinking of. Whoever it is, the steward, the conductor, the agent, whatever it is, some employee of the line would be reported the damage to the car, or would you guys report that, or you just sort of wait until the end of trip and then get yourself off? I didn't intend to phrase it that way, but...
Is this covered by the insurance policy that we're for the company we're working for? Is this sort of business expenses we can claim back?
That is a matter for the two insurers to determine. I assume you have professional liability insurance, and the train line will have insurance as well. So it'll be between those two to make that determination as to who's responsible for the claim.
Yeah, when we enter the cart. Yeah.
David, you definitely asked the right person.
Yeah. What kind of Dungeons and Dragons game is this? So with the window open, the wind kind of whipping by, with you guys sitting down, we're assuming this is sort of this was not expected. Harlan had spotted Mr. Cropper on the train, but did not make himself known. Yet somehow they were able to have those gibbering mouthers, or whatever they were, come through and attack you guys, followed by Cropper trying to. And who has the highest passive insight? Let's see.
Passive insight. Mine is a 16.
16? You know what? Would you guys mind?
As well.
Would you mind putting, I've got your character sheets here, I suppose, so I could be not lazy, but would you mind putting your passive perception and passive insight in chat, please? Right.
What about his passive?
So it's 21, sorry.
Some of you guys will have skills or talents that modify that.
And Graham, it's just 10 plus whatever your bonus is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's so 12.
Thank you, guys. Okay, Ulysses. Okay.
I've got passive investigation. Is that something different?
It is something different.
Right.
Although that is so. A good question though, just to remind on mechanics. If something is obvious and it like a trigger or like a button that would hit to trap something or whatnot, that would be passive perception you were using to spot something like that. Passive investigation is used for things that are concealed. So, and that is only without actively looking for things. It is if you look in and it sort of captures the classic like see hidden walls or hidden doors or things like that from other older editions of D&D. Okay, and then Rosalie, 14, and is your okay? Let's see your passive. Wow, so there's 21, Rosie. Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, passive perception 14, and then Harlan. Passive wisdom or passive insight? Let's see here, Harlan. You gain +5 to your passive perception, passive investigation. So you should have 17 for both. Thanks to your scrutinous talent.
Cool.
Insight.
Yeah, your insight will be plus. Let me take a look at your sheet. I may have forgotten to set it up properly. Because you don't get the bonus to your actual rolls. It's only to the passive scores.
Yeah, it's passive perception and investigation.
Are they both listed as 17 or are they listed as 12?
I'm not sure where passive investigation
passive
is.
wisdom. See if you so underneath a skill list, there is a listing for passive wisdom, which is perception. The way that 5th edition and Tales of Valiant write things, because they are technically ability checks that you also get to add your proficiency from a skill in, they're always listed stat bracket skill. So when it says wisdom perception, it's the perception skill you're rolling, but it's just the convention of how they're written out. So it's not that your passive wisdom is 17, your passive perception using wisdom is 17, passive insight using wisdom is also 17.
Okay.
All right. So, with that in mind, Rosalie, one thing that is occurring to you, because you got the 21 with your passive insight, he didn't immediately attack. Like there was the creatures that came in, but when he arrived, Cropper did not immediately launch in with his halberd and his, barbed beard and stuff like that. He gave you another opportunity to walk away. Why would they do that?
Yeah, I mean, I would mention that to the others, being puzzled about that, having no real explanation. I mean, he didn't seem to shy away from a fight, so
No.
it was not out of fear.
No.
Well,
Or disruption.
my theory is that either A, they want us to lead them to the demon's hand, or B, if that is not the case and we don't lead them to it, they might as well take us out of the equation in general, so that we do not get our hands on it.
Yeah. It seems inconsistent with his behavior overall. He's either giving us a chance to walk away, or he's trying to kill us, which means that they're not trying to get us to lead them to the demon hand itself. He's looking to take us out, or, as you say, let us walk away. Which,
Might it be possible that he was in conversation with his master before? So he wanted us to go away, but then he reconfirmed and was told to get rid of us.
Oh, I see.
Revisit his master, of course. The Lord Montague Thornborn, the great demon of Metropole.
So, I mean, I think they could be in contact without...
Yeah.
True.
So when you were,
I mean, he did get on the exact train that we got on. We took the last train of the evening. He could have taken a train long before this if he was just heading there himself. He definitely didn't want us to know he was there, and thankfully Harlan spotted him. And I think he was a car away from us, if I remember correctly. So he wasn't like laser focused and following us the entire time. So, but he also knew that he knew where the train was going, and obviously it makes certain stops. So he either knew we were going to Thistleton specifically, or he was trying to find out where we were going to. So he just was sort of waiting to see, like, he could look out the window at each stop and see which one we got off at. But this is probably beyond my area of expertise. Harlan, you know him
So if
them better than I do.
yeah. So maybe that Lord is not afraid of us, but maybe he is afraid of that we might join the I don't know, his enemies in a way. So if I understand correctly, there's some thieves in Thistleton or in this town. There's some
Not in Thistleton, but in Creedon Hill.
in Creedon Hill.
Yeah.
So there might be people who could be a threat to him, and if we somehow joined them or somehow allied with them, that might be a thing he wanted to avoid.
Oh, he might be afraid that we'll uncover what is actually going on.
Yeah.
No offense to how dangerous this dagger is, but it's merely a tool. It'll be used for something. There'll be bigger plots going on, and maybe Mr. Lord Montague is concerned that we might uncover why he wants the dagger or what he's actually after.
True.
Do you think it's curious that his first course of action was not simply to kill you?
Yes.
Yeah, although his first course of action was to give us a cursed item, which could well have been pretty much detrimental to our progress.
Or perhaps it was a test of our ability to survive such a thing.
Maybe.
And we passed.
Yeah.
But I think he's not a person who would outright kill, at least not in the open, if he could avoid.
No, but
No.
maybe that doubles the notion that he might be here.
Or maybe he wants us to. Maybe it's meant to spur us on. Dig in. Go at him. Annoy us at just the right moment. The level where we go. We will absolutely try and foil his schemes and
But
do exactly what he wants us to do.
Yeah, did you have the impression that his minions were holding back last time?
No.
Like Ulysses will sort of wherever Cropper hit him. We're like, no, it didn't feel that way, I will admit.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, you will arrive at Thistleton within the hour, and then, because you've taken the late train, this will be quite late when you arrive. Then it will be, you'll have to figure some way of making your way to Creedon Hill, whether that is to hire horses or see if there is a wagon or something that would take you out there, or just walk it. But it is about a day's journey to reach Creedon Hill. And Creedon Hill is sort of off the beaten path. It's almost as if the train line was constructed to specifically avoid what used to be a fairly major thoroughfare.
Yeah, but I mean, gentlemen, maybe we should just rest the night somewhere here, if possible.
In Thistleton, it is a town. Like, it's more than just a train stop. It is a proper town. Sorry, George, I interrupted you.
No. I agree with Rosalie. I'm not as concerned with getting to Creedon Hill as leaving Creedon Hill at speed. So if we potentially could find some means of conveyance, I think it would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Which most things will be closed at this point. We can inquire in the morning, though.
I think we have time for that, don't we? So yes, let's first find a place to rest.
Past experience too, like the town of Thistleton, since it's on the train, it's not going to necessarily have everything open, but some stuff sort of like stay open until last whistle. So like once the last bit of passengers are disembarked on the last train, the pub might close shortly after, the inn might close shortly after, the ticket station might close, shortly thereafter. But they do stay open until that time, so you may be able to find some directions of where you might go for tonight. And barring any other unexpected interruptions, you should be able to successfully complete a rest.
What do you mean, Kevin? I'm not sure what you're getting at.
So, Anything you guys wish to do during the hour that you are left traveling here?
Yes, Brother Ulysses at one stage will open up his divine sense. A, to see if to sense if Mr. Cropper or any of his cohorts are gone or still nearby, and also to see if there's anything on any of my companions that might be like linked to Mr. Cropper, some kind of unholy tracking device or something.
Ah, okay, yeah. It's going to be like the ending of Live and Let Die. Papa Shango riding on the back of the train while you guys are going along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't let me see here. I was reading my sensibility. Okay. Ooh, interesting. All right, so the ability for 1 minute, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. You know the creature type of any being whose presence you sense, but you don't know which specific creature it is. Within the same radius, you can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated with the Hallow spell. None of those are present. Nobody is undead. Nobody is... so what it will not tell you is if anyone is under the... I don't know how Magic Jar might work in this, but if they are possessed, I'm not certain it would necessarily show that. It won't show you active magic, although I think the Harlan might be able to cover that basis. If you are looking for the divine aspect, Harlan may be able to assist with his Detect Magic, because they can use it as a class ability in Tales of the Valiant. What do we see?
Magic sense, yeah.
What do we see as Ulysses as you are going around and trying to sense this?
He'll just slowly walk up and down the carriage, peer at his companions, and the only difference is that his eyes are just inky black pools of smoke trailing out as he sort of...
Mm-hmm. Maxwell
seems to be reassured and sits down next to his brother.
And Maxwell, this is obviously something that Ulysses was not capable of before. It is a stark reminder of how different a person he is since you last saw him.
Yeah, and I think, I have those kind of sunglasses on. So I think I actually, while he's doing that, I put him down to the bridge of my nose, and I'm looking at him okay.
Having watched a fair bit of videos with him lately, I believe we can call those the Pawn Smiths.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Yep.
Harlan, what does it look like when you are using your magic sets?
What does it look like? I think it's quite subtle. So it's visually not particularly interesting. I think perhaps it involves just gently rubbing both eyes. It's something that he'll do to sort of initiate it. So he'll rub his eyes and do the thing when you're sort of, just sort of blinking, and he'll sort of do that, and then he'll look. And so it's a relatively subtle sense that he has.
Huh? So the two of you, as you inspect here, there is nothing. Ulysses, I think you may pick up just a hint of the smell of superheated iron and a whiff of sulfur from where Mr. Kredge, if there was any doubt as to his infernal origins, those are dispelled by seeing this truly as it is. But there is no persisting threat here. Harlan, because your passive investigation is so high, there is something on the roof. It is not an active spell, but because your investigation is so high, you can sense there is residual elements on the roof.
Okay.
To inspect them you inspect the ceiling, there's nothing there, but you can feel it, and it makes, I think you can infer that whatever residual magic there may be there, it would be on the roof. There may be some physical elements. Hi, sweetie. Anna says hi. There may be some physical restrictions.
Oh, hi, Anna.
Jesus Christ. So it is 2 minutes past noon, and she is typically fed at noon for her lunch.
Smart dog.
Yeah. That clock they've got in Antarctica or whatever to track nothing. The atomic clock has nothing on my pit bull. So to inspect the thing, Harlan, you would have to actually crawl outside and look if you are so inclined, but that would require going outside. Fortunately, somebody has taken the liberty of opening a window for you. Okay.
I will do that. I will explain what I'm doing first, so it doesn't look too strange. Just say I just sense an emanation, something residual, presumably from the arrival of Mr. Cropper. I'll just need to take a look.
Would you give us? It will be an athletics check, but it's only going to be a DC of 10.
Now you catch me at the beginning of the session. I decide to see if I've got any points. Yeah. Did you say athletics?
Athletics, please. Yeah.
Thank you. No.
So that'd be an 8, but you do have, it looks like 4 points of luck. You could spend 2 to make that a success, or you could spend 3 to re-roll.
I will spend 2 to make it a success.
That sounds like the more reasonable option. So you clamber up to the top of the train, and the wind whipping around you, the sounds of the inside of the train quickly go away, quickly disappear. The conversation that is going on inside, leaving only the night air, the wind, and the rattle of the train as it's moving along the tracks. As you make your way over towards where the markings is, and I think as a reclaimer, oh yeah, it's 1 minute, and I think, can you use it at will? No, it's advantage.
I get 3 between long
3
rests.
uses. Okay, so if you get up there is a feeling of I want to say anxiety or dread that begins making your way over towards where the emanations were coming from. And what you find is on the roof of this, someone has specifically carved what would be required for a summoning ritual.
Yeah.
It does not appear as if it is something, there's not a lot of artistry in it. Why don't you give us an Arcana check? Let's see how much you can judge about the skill of this. That's a pretty good roll.
Nice.
Whoever did this is clearly, this is not someone who authored this ritual. This is not a master conjurer. This is someone who is obviously has magical training, but is a lackey as opposed to a thing. So, but both of these you can identify. The source of bringing those gibbering mouthers into here, this is where it seems to have come from. And the carvings are fresh enough that it occurred during your trip. Someone came, made the markings up here while you were in their car. You guys didn't have this car booked ahead of time. You guys had caught the last train. You're able to get into your own area, and then this occurred. One thing you may think of, do we remember what we identified the classification of infernal being that Mr. Cropper was?
A war devil.
Do you think a war devil would be capable of these kinds of markings?
I don't know.
No.
Probably
No.
not. No, it is they are simple creatures, powerful for certain, but singular in purpose,
Right.
which means potentially someone else has placed these on here.
Okay.
While you're contemplating that and making your way back in, Ulysses, I want to bring us back to something that happened last session as well. And that was when you were trapped in that fugue state. And you had that flashback to seeing when Mr. Cropper, got his promotion, as it were. How are you dealing with that? Having relived it? And is that something like that regularly happens to you, or was this a unique occurrence since, revisiting or being reintroduced to Maxwell?
No, I think it'll have happened before. So he'll be slightly even more indrawn and sort of sitting at the window, staring out into the proverbial and literal darkness, and trying to sort of deal with the unpleasant memories that came back.
So Maxwell, you would see this happening as well. Rosalie is doing her thing. Harlan has crawled outside. Rosalie, will assume, is sort of at the door or maybe at the window trying to watch for him. She could have turned into an owl, I suppose. Although, I mean,
could.
you go out the window and then you're just gone. But Maxwell, you can see Ulysses is distant.
Mm-hmm. Like once he comes out of that clearly magical trance-like state.
Yeah.
Ulysses, I take it you discovered something?
Rediscovered memories I thought not forgotten, but repressed enough not to surface so easily. But I was there when Mr. Cropper was born. It was a turning point for me. It's the last time I worked with Lord Montague.
I see. And was that the reason you decided to leave?
I've had my doubts before. It was the tipping point, and I had some unexpected help in getting out at that stage.
I see. How are you feeling now that you've had to re-experience that moment?
Well, I wish I could have freed him from what was done to him, but we will not have seen the last of him, so maybe that chance will yet come.
This is true, and I don't mean to pry. I know we are just getting to know each other again, but I'm curious to know who it may have been that aided you. If you care to discuss it further. If not, I completely understand, of course.
That makes two of us. I'm still learning.
Understood.
They like keeping to the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
For a moment, his eyes will sort of have that sort of shadowed effect again, and he'll smirk.
I can't help but smirk back, and it's like an old game that we used to play with each other when we were kids, and it's just boom, we're right back there for that moment, even though it's now dealing with cults and dark things. It's still we can't help ourselves. We just get back to that joy of being kids together. Very good.
Yeah.
I understand.
Rosalie, you can hear Harlan is crawling back inside the train.
Ungainly.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, maybe I offer him some help. So did you find something out there?
Really only just that the summoning glyphs were carved on the top of the carriage, carved by some other accomplice.
So there might be someone still in the train.
Very likely. And they were carved Well, actually, in transit. So we'd set off. So someone had climbed onto the top of the carriage when the carriage was in motion to do that.
Would imagine take some skill to carve the runes while the train is moving at speed.
They were crudely done. But
Does Lord Montague look like someone who would climb up to trains? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I agree. No. But and Kevin, were there any stops along the way where the train would have been?
Yep, there's been two stops along the way.
Got it. Okay, so I think Max was like, well, we did stop a couple of times. Perhaps it was done during those brief periods when the train wasn't in motion.
True, could have been.
Do you think you guys would have stepped out at those stops to catch fresh air, or do you think you would have remained on the train the whole time? I don't know one way or the other, and it's really not consequential for this, but if you guys did step out to catch a breath, then, you know.
I wouldn't have, just because we were trying to go with some amount of trepidation in terms of being discovered. So I think I would have stayed in the train.
Yeah, makes sense. I think so as well. We try to keep our heads a little bit low, I suppose.
So then someone managed to do it while you were all in here.
So, but yeah. Anyways, I think we should just go to our rest. I don't think we would get.
Rosalie, do you have any more healing left? Because you are really badly beaten up.
No. I've gone through all my nature's gifts and healing spells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I have no spell slots left whatsoever. So
I also have 0 left.
Yep, same.
Okay, good. I mean, not good, but God, you've
now that you know that, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so then, anything else you guys wish to do in that? There's probably like half an hour left. Anything further you wish to do before you arrive in Thistleton? Any explanation you want to make for the damage to the car, or are you going to just leave it for the insurance companies to deal with, I suppose?
Maybe we should switch cards and say we weren't in there when that happened. I mean, that would work, wouldn't it?
There is nothing left to suggest that what you were attacked by, right?
Yeah.
Cropper went out the window. His halberd disappeared. The gibbering mouthers dissolved into the stains.
So there are stains.
There are stains.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like we should tell someone. I don't know if we have to reveal everything, but clearly they're going to. I mean, this level of destruction was not caused by some normal event.
It was a bachelor's party, obviously.
Well, I would, Rosalie, if you are going to any bachelor parties, please invite me.
If you do report it, one thing you would probably realize is that means then, like, there would be whoever the private investigators are that are employed by the trains, and they would get involved in the investigation for that. So
I see.
It doesn't mean that you wouldn't be able to carry on, but it does mean that you would be linked to an event that happens here.
Yeah, no, I think I would only not. That makes total sense, and I think Maxwell would not want to do anything that would potentially cause other people to get harmed by following us because of what we're investigating. So I think for that reason, he would then agree that you're right. We should perhaps go to another train car. In fact, perhaps we should go to the train car where Mr. Cropper had been and maybe see if we can search where he was sitting in case we discover anything, or perhaps talk with anyone that's still on the train. Is there people still on the train, Kevin? We haven't.
Would be not very many because it's last train of the day, but
yeah. Perhaps somebody saw something. What do you think?
It is only a half hour you have, so you could make quick use of that time. What do you guys think?
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah, I do that.
No better, so.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I think that's different. That's really what I'm at.
That's a great ringing endorsement. I do not have a better suggestion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't suck as bad as it could.
Yeah.
I'll try harder next time.
Okay, give me a second. I've got, we're using iterations of the downtime rules for investigations. So,
interesting. What book is this in, Kevin?
I'm trying to remember actually right now. I did not, because I already knew I loved Tales of the Valiant. I didn't take it with me on vacation, so I haven't looked at these books in 2 weeks.
Okay. I'll talk to you another point about it.
Once I find it, I'll let you know. I just need to find the darn thing.
Yeah.
I think it's in the GM's guide. Maybe. Let's see here. It's in. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, player's guide, 235. I think is one. Carousing, researching. So why don't you give us? It's not going to be. It is in the GM's guide. What was he using? Guys, I found the monster harvesting rules. Don't worry. We're good now.
I did take a look at those at one point. I can see people making use of it. I would say that for sure.
Again, another ringing endorsement. I do have the PDFs out of the source books for it, and like it does provide if you wanted to build a crafting kind of game for that. Those books are quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think C7 has a similar thing too in one, either the Journey's Guide or the Life Well Lived.
Yeah, right. Yes, I don't have that on here.
Okay. I can't find it. Is it in GM's? Or... Here we go. Downtime Expanded. That's one for Player's Guide 2. Criminal Enterprise. That's the one we were using before because it gives you some answers.
Interesting.
Would you give us? Let's see here. I think it's persuasion in this game, right? Not diplomacy. Diplomacy is
persuasion. Yeah.
Yep. PF2. That fresh back from vacation and still sharp.
Yeah.
You got it.
Never mind the other fuck-ups. I'll make the rules. Then why don't so anyone can assist with this as well. Just remember we're using the optional rules for assist from Scarlet Citadel. DC 13 check. If you succeed, +2 to the result. If you fail, -1. So anyone else want to help ask around?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Okay. So those helping, give us a persuasion check, DC 13. +4 to whoever's taking the lead. So Maxwell or Harlan, who's taking the lead on this?
I am not getting involved at all because every time I start talking to people, Talk starts like squawking. He does not like people. So,
he's a rescue raven, so you know it's.
That's right. Exactly, and this is why my charisma is so low. It's not me.
I mean, it's not my thing. I would be looking for things that are out of place. People who are looking particularly afraid or shifty, or I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that rather than trying to persuade people. And
Harlan,
then if I see something, I would pounce on them and make them feel very uncomfortable.
Harlan, give us a insight check to aid DC 13.
Insight. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's see how we go.
Oh my 20, baby. Okay.
Okay.
Fabulous. So plus that is a total of +8 to the roll there, Maxwell.
Okay.
I mean, it was your suggestion, so
your persuasion is as good as mine, I suspect.
Probably. All right, here we go. Let's see. 18.
18.
Hold on. Let me see. I've got how much luck do I have here? I have. Come on.
You actually,
I
I'll
should
let
get
you
out of my
know,
way. I have 2. Yeah.
you're free and clear.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yep, that's a free and clear success with no complication.
Ooh, all right.
Bravo.
Yeah. Well, it was the luck. It was the luck of the dice.
Yeah.
So what you find is, I guess first off, what is it you're looking for?
So I'm trying to find out if Mr. Crapper was like acting strangely in any way, if he seemed to be like talking to himself or something like that, like trying to see if he was like having communications or something. If he was,
those are two things. Like,
yeah.
I'll give you answers to those 2 questions because those are you got.
Okay, perfect.
2 things you can determine. So
Great.
for one, there is someone else in the car that was riding alongside him. They thought he had an odd smell to him. They had moved to another part of the car on account of the unusual odor coming from him. There was,
makes sense.
You know, they may confide in, because you did roll fairly well with that modifier. And I think, Harlan, you may have to rope in your nat 20 here. It was the fact that this person clearly was like looking for an opportunity to. You may have spotted them when you spotted Cropper the first time, and maybe you saw them get up and move, right? Move past you, excuse me, and sat down. So you were like, okay, there's something that's happened here.
Yeah.
You brought in. So for one, this person tells you like, yeah, there was an odor about this person that did not. That was disagreeable. They even have the window open on against the side of the car or the side of their chair. The other thing you asked is whether they spoke to someone. And they said the strange thing, like he just sat. It's like as Harlan saw, he sat and stared straight forward. You know, I think I made the joke last time, but like David Puddy style. Just sitting on the plane and staring directly forward, not talking, not doing anything. That's what Cropper was doing. Reference. And the one exception was there was someone, a woman, who came and spoke to him briefly, and he thought that she must have been. On vacation on account of how she was not in a dress is what he was trying to get at. This was a very mannishly dressed woman.
Interesting. And that doesn't line up with anybody that I can recall us interacting with thus far.
No.
Blonde hair, and definitely a like metropole native. The looks of things.
Did he have a sense of an age or a species?
Well, remember, this is a centric setting. Yeah. So
sorry, I should have said culture, like upper, lower.
Oh, so culture, metropole, class, probably at best middle class. On account of the clothes were not cheap, but she's not dressed like a lady.
Okay. Got it. Interesting.
Rosalie liked that answer.
Okay.
So, and that's sort of like when you hear. Oh, go ahead, George.
Well, just wondering, does this gentleman happen to know which way she exited the car?
He's about to answer, and then the whistle goes as you guys are pulling into the station. It's also the whistle for the mid-session break.
Perfect.
So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
It's great how the train whistle and the time we're taking a break lined up like that. That's right.
Boom. There we go. Hey, everybody in chat. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Hey, THX, welcome back. Joe, howdy, howdy. Akon, hello, hello. Thank you for ticket inspector. There we go. So, George, the way I interpreted that for your role was the criminal enterprise endeavor in the downtime. You take a look at the result for it, and it gives you, for that range, it gives you 2 infamy, which you can then trade in for different things. So I chose to interpret that as cool. 2 results. One of these, Graham mentioned about of the kind of D20 games, PF2 is sort of his favorite. And the big difference in my mind between PF2 and these kind of like Tales of the Valiant in particular is the bounded accuracy. The bounded accuracy in my mind is the thing that's the most significant mathematical difference, and it allows you to have very different kinds of games. I can use anything in the book with any character, and bounded accuracy will keep everything within a relative range. PF2 is, because of the way the math works in that, you've got a range of 3 below, 3 above, and then it just gets unreasonable. It's either just an absolute shit stomp if it's too low level or too easy, and it's just a reverse shit stomp for the players if you're using something that is too powerful. So the math rides that. It is very, very well done, and it works really well as long as you abide by those math. Tales of the Valiant, building on that bounded accuracy, does provide more consistency where you're not trying to interpret like, okay, I rolled a 27 on this. Is that good? Or is that,
right?
Which mid-level PF2 play is a lot of like, I think I did well here, but I don't know. Right. So, but again, like that math also allows, like combat in PF2 is very easy to run so long as you abide by the suggestions and the rules, because that math is rock fucking solid. I have accidentally nearly killed or have killed parties with 5e bounded accuracy when I have not paid attention to it. So.
Right.
That didn't happen last time, but
yeah. Well, I think it's interesting because it kind of Tales of the Valiant sort of occupies the space between 5e or 5.5e and Pathfinder 2, in that because Kobold Press has been around so long and the people behind it have been around so long, they took all the coolest stuff that's been, in various editions.
Yeah.
And figured out how to and translate it all into D&D, or like that. Like, I mean, I have a player's handbook too. Player's guide too. I never looked at that downtime activity for criminal enterprises. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of they're not subsystems exactly, but they're expansions on systems that exist within the game, which is nice.
For one, like Wolfgang and his crew, a lot of them worked on 3rd or 3.5, right? So they've got that experience, and then the PF1 for Midgard's first version was all PF1. And not all. I think so. The first stuff came out with 3.5 actually. Now that I think of it, but in any event, they've got that legacy to draw on and more willing to incorporate that in. So just different tools for different jobs. I really enjoy running PF2 as well, but.
Agreed. No, I've got all the PF2 books here. I've got all the Tales of the Valiant books here. As we all do.
The Edinburgh Library.
I do. It's always a question of like, for the books I don't have 2 copies of, which ones am I gonna risk having my luggage over the weight and have to pay? Because then it's like, by the time they charge you such exorbitant fees now and you're overweight, that I might as well have bought the new books, new copies of the books anyway.
Yeah.
So slowly, I now I do have copies, or sometimes I can get stuff in the States I can't get here, and vice versa. So
I'm pretty sure I'm a big enough fucking nerd too to see. Is that a Star Wars poster behind you?
Oh yes, that is. That's
yeah, there we go. Yeah. I saw the blasters on the side. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what that is.
Oh yeah, no, have to have it.
That's great.
So it's I love all these games. I mean, even when we played Dangerous Journeys for a while, that was fun to do.
Yeah, it was.
just to see what it was. And
We're
like,
waiting for
who
that
else has
Dangerous
ever
Journeys
played that game?
Renaissance. That's what you should run at your GrogCon, Graham. Dangerous Journeys.
Last time somebody ran it.
Did they? Oh, that's fantastic.
Somebody ran it. But they did run a sort of a slightly modified version of it, which
Wow.
but no, I ran Dragon Quest there, so which is of course the best,
that's cool.
the best role-playing game, as awarded in the Origins or something in 1982. So
Very nice. Take
That's
that,
awesome.
traveler.
It's called GrogCon, Graham? What's it called?
Grog Meat.
Grog Meat. Okay, cool.
That's right. Yeah,
That
you're
might be
a UK local now too.
I'm
Okay,
working
so
this close to having my visa meeting tomorrow, so in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks.
hell yeah,
My
we'll break a leg.
daughter's partner has just got his
Oh, amazing.
visa, and he's an American as well. So
Okay. Oh no, he took my space. No.
maybe.
There's a hard limit now.
Okay, maybe.
When I was
great.
a
That's good to
kid,
hear, though.
traveling in the 90s, we used to sew Canada flags to the back of our backpack so no one would make a mistake with our accent.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Everybody here is very welcoming, I will say.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. All right. So, any last things you guys wish to do? Well, we arrived at the station. You've arrived at Thistleton. Let me see. I've got. That's not appropriate. I mean, it's not accurate. It's not appropriate. I don't have nudie pics on.
It's just exactly where it's a track that's just a stream of expletives, not ending. Like it's...
Is there a second thing I can tick to say this is a video expressly not for children?
Exactly.
Because you have to tick that every time.
That's right.
All right, then hold on. I don't really have. Oh, you know what I'll do? Give me a sec here. Let's use this. Let's use this. It's not. It's too big. The city is not this big, but it'll be better than the medieval, one I've got. The town itself is, the inhabitants of Thistleton can probably be counted in the hundreds as you are arriving. But the train station is relatively new, and it does have, at a glance, you can see there are new things that are being built here. So it does seem like a community on the ascent. You appear to be the only people disembarking here as you guys are getting off. And how much luggage do you think you guys brought with you? So it's a short escapade, or excursion. So are we thinking that this is like a carry-on valise kind of thing, or are you bringing a steamer trunk? What do you think, guys?
I think Rosalie has the largest trunk. That's for sure.
Okay.
Nice.
So she's, is it rolling off, or are you waiting for the porters to take it off?
Yeah, I think it is. You can roll it, but yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
She would do it herself if none of the gentlemen would do it. So.
I mean, there are porters. They would be.
Oh yeah. So then, obviously,
yeah.
You know.
They schlep it off the train. What about the rest of you guys? You traveling light, traveling heavy?
I think light for me.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I think Ulysses has a sort of go bag satchel that, given his current occupation, in case he has to vacate premises.
Yep, that tracks. All right.
I think when I see Rosalie, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wonder what you guys will do with all the bloodstains on your dresses. But yeah.
I think when I see Rosalie standing there with her trunk, like I go, "Don't worry, I got it." Porter.
Thank you.
So he brings the your things dropped off on the platform. The station itself is it's relatively new, but it's very small. Like this is think like small town, train station where there's a ticket agent in there. There's a room for them to potentially live or to work. And there's a very small platform that kind of stands at the edge of town near where the train station is. The light is on in the station house, and I don't think it's actually called a station house, but in whatever it's called, the station house, I'm going to use that, opens.
I think you can call it whatever you like, Kevin, since you invented this whole.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Have a name for it.
I feel like I should really, because there's certain areas where like I have read a bit about stuff. So like I've read several books on the Pinkertons over the years, just because I think they're fascinating, which is what informed a lot of our Paradar game. So I know an awful lot about that stuff. There's a lot of other things where I hit up against it. I'm like, I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about this thing. So it drives me nuts. There's an easy remedy, I guess. Read a book, Madison. But you guys disembark. The station house opens, and there is a fella dressed like a station agent, who is, in the sense that it's the kind of uniform that would be that they would be outfitted with by the train line. And the way that he is sort of like slinking along looks like a middle-aged fella. He's not, you think, particularly active. He's a little jowly, and he's carrying a lantern along with him. And he seems like it's been a long day. But he kind of walks along, not quite paying attention to you until it would be polite for him to not notice or recognize you all. And then he says, "Evening. You staying on then?"
Yes, we are. Would you recommend an establishment that will be able to take us?
I can. The Thistle Crown can take you on. Will you be staying long, or will you be...
I don't anticipate that long. Sorry, Maxwell.
Not intending.
Oh, very good. The Thistle Crown will still be open. It stays open an hour past last train. You should find the proprietress there, Ms. Clark, should find suitable lodgings for you. Looks up and down. Ma'am, would you need someone to assist with that, or can these fellas help you with that?
Any help would be very, very much welcome. Thank you.
He kind of sighs. Very well, ma'am. He sort of trudges back to the station, and he says, "Is it just the Thistle and Crown you'll be going to then?"
Yes.
All right, then. And he slinks back in. He then has someone else come out. The look on this person's face makes him think that like they thought their day was over. They are dressed in a similar uniform, clearly an employee of the line. Bigger than the other fella, but big and stocky, and that kind of like naturally big and stocky, as opposed to someone who is, actively maintaining some kind of physique. He walks over and grabs the box or hoists it up for you. And then says, "This way," and it'll lead you through the town. As you guys are making your way through the town, the impression that is left is sleepy train stop you could go past without really making any notice. The thing that is of, I guess, particular note for Rosalie, there is a church that is built here. But you can see that from the stones used for foundation, there was clearly some kind of mine here, or stone circle that was broken up in order to make for the foundations for this church. This is a good 100 years old, but it's a reminder that even in these rural areas, the church is making a push out and replacing the presence and influence of the druidic circles.
Yeah.
Does not appear to be anyone else in town, although Harlan, you have kind of a feeling that someone is following. If you'd like to actively try and spot them, you can give us a perception check.
To see if it was the person described on the train. Perception. It's interesting. Sort of straightforward perception. It's not really my strength, but it's a 13.
13 is good enough. Whoever is following you is doing not a terrible job of shadowing you, but appears to be a child though.
Well, with a coin in its hand, maybe. I don't know.
It is not long. It's maybe a 10-minute walk from the station to the Crown, the Thistle and Crown. And Thistle and Crown itself is one of these like single building, 2-story things, tavern downstairs, rooms upstairs kind of place. The lights are still on in the main room, but that's pretty much it. It seems as everyone else has kind of gone to bed already. There's not a lot of noise coming out of the main room. And when you walk in, what you would find is it is pretty much empty, apart from like 2 fellas who are playing some kind of board game in a corner. It may be the Metropole equivalent of chess or checkers or Go or whatever. And there is a woman who seems to be busying herself, sort of getting ready to close up for the evening behind the bar. And when the 3 of you walk in, she looks at the fellow who is carrying the trunk, and she just gestures to a place near the side where it can be put down. And she turns and walks around from behind the bar. Good evening. Forward of you, lodgings for the evening.
Yes, so last train and a slightly unexpected journey. So,
of course, you are no doubt tired. Please.
Yes.
She hustles you over to, looks at Rosalie. He's like, "Oh dear, you look afraid. Have you had an eventful journey?"
Some ruffian got in our way. I'm sorry. I must look.
Things these days. You look lovely,
Yes.
just ill-treated. A battered flower, hey?
Thank
come.
you so much. Yeah.
Have you... she kind of looks over the other 2, and there's a bit of a, like, eyes linger a little too long for politeness on both Maxwell and Ulysses. I've kind of... then, 4 separate rooms, then? Or...
Obviously, I think.
I did not mean to assume. I did not see a ring, my lady, in modern times and all. Would you be staying for long then, or just overnighting?
Just this one night, I suppose.
we have some business hereabouts, and if it goes well, we should only really be staying the one night.
Businessmen, I see. Are you part of the development then?
Well, do tell.
Oh, are you not then part of the development?
I don't believe so. I have not heard it described as the development before.
Oh, well then, what is your business here, if you don't mind me asking?
It's just a simple matter of collecting an item.
Oh, there's a look of knowing on her face.
Mm.
I see.
Possibly.
Well then. And she kind of looks around conspiratorially. Like, there's no one in here other than the 2 guys who could not give 2 shits about you guys. Totally focused on their board game. But she looks around conspiratorially. Is you meeting friends here then?
It's more business than pleasure.
I say then. Say no. And she stops for a moment. And she's looking past you guys. And there's a look of kind of consternation on her face. And if you happen to look over, you can see that there's a kid who's kind of got his head, or he's at the window and kind of like looking into what's going on. And she says, "Excuse me a moment." And she walks over to the door, pops the door open, and yells out, "Myron Lang, get yourself home. Get to bed, you nosy Parker." And the kid disappears very quickly. She stands for a moment, just kind of waiting and watching for him to go. Comes back in. "Sorry. These children in these modern times. No parenting, indeed. 4 rooms then, and would you care to be, if and you are meeting friends here, would you care to be closer to them friends, or would it be a more clandestine meeting?"
Our business may need to be discreet, but do tell, you were speaking of a development.
"Oh," she once again leans in. "I don't mean to speak out of order. We've got one very peculiar guest. Seems to be watching, spends a lot of his time at the train station
Right.
and making his way back and forth from the post office. Now, we don't get much post in here. Does not seem to be reading it, at least not in the common room. As far as I can tell, he's paying for the rooms just to watch trains come and go. Is that the friend you's looking for?"
I mean, it could be. Could be.
I see. Well then, is this to be expensed then too? Should I be certain to have receipts ready for you afterwards? My other guest was quite particular about that.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
It's a minor inconvenience. I can arrange it for you, sir.
Of course.
Please. And she, signs you into the guest book, gets you guys to all sign in. Do you sign in under your names, or do you sign in under something else?
I think my habit would be to sign under my name.
Okay.
Yeah, I think unless someone tells me otherwise, I see no business to hide my identity.
No,
Okay.
I don't think we should. I mean, I sort of look to Ulysses. That's just my habit, Ulysses.
Ulysses will have his time with his name.
Okay. Then, and Maxwell?
I sign with my own name, so I'm not worried. I already know how I'm going to die, and then I just walk off.
Yeah. Harlan, with your great passive investigation, if one of the names in the guest book comes up at some point later, I'll flag that for you.
I think Harlan will sort of smile and think, well, he's sort of slightly uplifted by Maxwell's statement, because given our close association, if he's this confident at the moment, then that probably bodes well for us as well.
So, she asks whether you'd like a bite. We haven't got much. We've got some, still some last bits of stew and some bread.
Well, probably ravenous, I would have thought. So yes, that'd be awesome.
And she leans in. I'll dry some water for you too, my dear. You can clean up then.
Yeah, very nice, thank you.
So she gets to doing that stuff, leaves you guys a chance. You check into your rooms. She has placed you as far, there are probably only maybe 20 rooms in this entire establishment, but she has placed you on the second floor as far away from your friends as she can. From the guest book, you'd guess that the place is probably about 1/3 occupied, other than you guys. So not super busy, but not a ghost town. And then you want to meet up in the common room for food, or you want to go to bed?
Yes.
Or
I think we should,
Yeah, grab a bite to eat.
Yeah, the quickest of meals before rest.
anything you guys wish to do before you hit the set?
I would love to do this, but sadly, it is not one of my selected spells.
Oh, but rituals don't have to be selected in Tales of the Valiant.
Yeah, Tales of the Valiant rituals are separate from.
It is noted as a ritual. Well, so that's something that I'm considering anyway. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, that's great. So, in one of the ways that, like George said, that Tales differs. Rituals are treated separately from spells, the same way that cantrips are treated separately from spells in 5th edition, or in 4th edition for that matter. 4th edition, the at-wills versus like encounters and dailies. The rituals, you can cast them, they're only restricted by whatever the individual ritual requires. So like this is, you need 1 minute and it lasts for 8 hours. Can you use it as many times as you want? Oh, I did not.
My understanding, unless I'm remembering it correctly, is that you can do it as much as you want if you have what you need to do it.
Yeah. I did not update the 5e version, so I'll double check and make sure that alarm doesn't have anything new.
You'll be shocked to know that I read through all the spellcasting stuff in the books.
What? So unlike you, George.
I know.
That's so weird.
Oh man, I know. And it's true, Kevin. So sometimes what I discovered was that some of the rituals have different casting times than 5e.
Oh, so if you perform this ritual a second time before the duration of the first alarm has ended, the first alarm ends immediately. So that's the only restriction from the Tales. It's just that if you only have 1 alarm active. Where would you like to place your alarms?
I'll probably have to sort of... it's an interesting question, actually.
So the 20-foot cube would definitely cover your entire room?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe... Depending on what I saw of the windows, if there are any, I would consider...
You guys have rooms that are facing the street? Well, some would... 2 of you will have rooms facing the street. 2 of you will have rooms facing sort of like the back alley, by which I mean probably like field.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose if there is a portion of corridor between our rooms that it would fit in, I might try that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so then it's only 1 minute, which is a very short time. You need a tiny bell and a piece of fine silver wire. I'm assuming you've got, and like, unless the way I treat material components, unless they cost money, we assume you've got them on you. I think that's what a component bag does. Anything that anyone else wishes to do before they join for dinner?
I mean, change into a spotless green dress for once.
Good. Yeah. Anyone? Anything else?
I'll feed Talk.
Okay.
So I've got, just to make sure he doesn't go nuts when we're all eating and he's not, because I've been through that before and nobody wants to see that.
Sorry. I have no slots remaining.
Rituals do not take up slots.
Okay.
So
fine. Sorry, I'm just double checking.
No, that's okay. Let me so one of the things where Tales of the Valiant again is different. Rituals are a totally different kind of magic from spell magic. Spell magic requires your spell slots. Rituals, as long as you fit the restrictions of whatever the rituals are. And in this case, you can only have 1 alarm active at a time. You can cast them as many times as you like.
Lucky doke.
Kind of like cantrips.
Sure.
Then, anything else you guys wish to do this evening before you turn in?
I mean, honestly, I think Harlan's knackered. That's probably just needs his rest. But Ulysses, David, are you going to?
Well, I think Ulysses was just going to ask Harlan, seeing as he's new to the investigation. This obviously, Miss Clark seems to be convinced that we're here to meet someone, which my understanding is we're not. Should we be concerned about some random person here keeping an eye on trains and such, or is this just some?
So I have to admit, when I heard her say that, I was surprised that she thought it was almost unusual. I would almost expect this sort of place, with its proximity to other places, to be the sort of place that people would be continually keeping an eye on the comings and goings of people from the station. So I just just took it and thought, yeah. So should we be concerned? Possibly. But
those people,
as far as we know. Good.
Normally those spotters wouldn't live in the hotel. Maybe they would have some other place to live.
Possibly.
Yeah. So
They could be an agent for someone if they go to the post office a lot, getting missives, new instructions, sending reports, but possibly not anything to do with us.
The two ways of sort of communicating long distance would be telegraph or by post. And the fact that this is on a train line means that there's daily communication, so it's not as fast as the telegraph, but also the post is in theory more secure than what the telegraph would be. That's to say nothing of magical means of communication, but if someone does not have access to magic, those are your two options, telegraph or post. The fact this person is going to post, either they're cheap because they don't want to pay for the telegraph, or they're concerned about, looky-loos reading the message.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys wish to do tonight?
I think what I would do is I probably do this every night is write in a journal and just record the events that I have experienced, because and if you look at I don't let anybody look at it, but if you were to look at it, the dates wouldn't necessarily, let's say they wouldn't necessarily be in chronological order.
The Chris Nolan approach to journaling.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Okay. Then, unless there's anything else you guys wish to do, you're served a...
I think we just, in the cinema or the TV version, would have a moment where when Ulysses gets to his room after the dinner, he just sort of stares off into whatever is the darkest, most shadowy corner of the room. Almost like he's listening for a moment and then sort of nods and says, yes, it is good that we are reunited. And then just gets ready for bed.
Love it. And not ominous at all.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fantastic. So, you guys rejoin in the main hall. You have the common room, finish your meal. Everybody is off to bed. Unless you have anything else you wish to do, everyone will regain all of their hit points. And then you'll also gain half of your hit dice total. So, and I think it's rounded down.
Right.
Yeah, rounded down. So, you guys are level 3. You'll each regain 1 hit dice as well.
Yep, got it.
Now, you will be able to complete a long rest. So you can click on your character sheet, the long rest. The only thing that might fuck up is the hit dice. So just take a look at how many hit dice you have.
Okay.
It may fuck that up.
Yeah, it has.
Okay, otherwise, it will refresh all of your abilities and whatnot correctly.
Nice.
Yeah,
the only difference,
right.
Harlan, do you think it's hard for you to fall asleep tonight, or do you have an easy time drifting off to sleep?
That's interesting. So I suspect he finds it difficult to fall asleep generally, but what he does is he loses himself in sort of like a mind palace. So his way of going to sleep, I think, is to trick himself into going to sleep by taking a circuitous route through a particular series of logical thoughts, which after a while he sleeps whilst probably still processing that sort of logical set of thinking. So when he wakes, is
it in relation to the case at hand, or is it just in general, or is there some specific thing?
I think generally it is the case at hand, but I think on this occasion, I think he is returning to, I suppose this case but back to Thornborn, and probably what's happening behind the scenes. So what else is happening? What are the things, the steps that he's taking? Why is he holding the person that I'm seeking? I'm just trying to look for her name.
Is Amelia, I think?
Yeah. Why is he holding her? What nefarious purpose does that hold?
Oh, Felicity Moore.
Thank you. Yeah. That's probably what he's thinking about.
Okay. So you are thinking about that stuff, and you've drifted off to sleep. You are awakened in the middle of the night. Well, let me first ask you this. You knew Rotters before. What's your fondest memory with Rotters? Particular time you foiled a crime of his, a time when there was no crime going on, where you were just able to relax, or something else altogether?
I think it's when the situation was reversed and I was running, and as I was running through the back streets of Metropole, Rodders sort of came out of an alley just when I needed him and said, "Oi, sir, this way."
Oh,
and the two of us,
yeah.
and he took me away from people who were chasing. So actually, it was a time when he helped me out.
Okay. You, in the middle of the night, hear the sound of clearing throat in your room. That wakes you. You're, I imagine, a fairly light sleeper. Sorry, sir. And you recognize the voice. It's Rotters.
Okay, so I immediately just quickly cut into the sense. I'll do it now. I'll use one of them, the sense of any magic. So whether there's anything like some recordings of ventriloquism or illusionary stuff, just to sort of quickly ascertain whether this is really the voice that I think I'm hearing.
And I think you can quite easily hide from the way you've described it too, of like kind of clearing, I'm
just rubbing my eyes, I'm just rubbing, I'm just waking up.
Cartoon waking up.
Yeah.
I'm still checking to see what it detects.
Yes, it might not be appropriate, but it's just...
No, I just want to make sure you do so. There is no active spell, enchantment, ritual here. And what you can faintly see is a figure standing kind of just to the left of your bed at the end.
Right. I shall, if there's a light, I shall.
A lamp. Be a little I
shall put it on.
Lamp. You can strike a long match, hit it, turn it up, and there's a very ashen-faced Rotters standing before you.
Right.
Not a single, if you would guess, drop of blood in his body. The pallor is clearly that of the undead.
I see. I was going to say, I'm delighted to see you. I am, of course, pleased to see you. I'm sorry to see you in the circumstances in which you are. I was going to ask how you were, but I'm not sure you could tell me, could you?
Well, it's kind of you to say, sir. Are you heading to Creed Nil?
I certainly am. I was heading to, well, for reasons such I think you will well understand more about your fate.
Is this a job or something personal you've taken on?
It's both, as is often the way.
I'd want you to get paid for this, yeah? I may have made a mistake, sir.
You may have done. You may have done.
I'd like
what
to,
happened?
but It's hard to remember. You see, it's like we had drank too much. And you're trying to piece it together. And I can't quite. So.
Of course. I understand.
I was
what
being chased. I got off here.
Yes.
And it wasn't just that fella what owns the knife. There was someone else who was in search of it. I lost him, though. And I think it was close, sir. I think I was really close. If I would have made it to Rockcliffe Banks, cellar on the continent, sir, you'd never see me again. You could tell, like, obviously, he's lying about that. You know him. He's had big scores before. Squanders it back to where he was.
Yep.
But he's convinced. Yeah.
That would have been your big score.
It would have been. And they never would have caught me. No.
But they did.
I knew about the Reeds, but I knew I couldn't trust them, you see. It's that Lord in Creedon Hall.
Oh, yes. Fulmore, do you mean?
His name.
Yeah.
He's got secrets, sir. I'd thought I'd run a little flim-flam on him. He seems to have seen past it. That's never very good at that. Second story, man. Now that's my job.
It is.
Was. Formal. And you see he's starting to kind of like nod his hands as if he's very, very anxious about something. He's done something, sir. He's not what he seems. Maybe I should have trusted the Reeds, eh? Thief, you know.
Maybe, but even then we can't predict what would have happened there either.
Yes.
I mean, you kind of know, what Abel Reed is like.
Yeah.
Nasty piece of work. This Fulmore is. Do you know if he has the knife?
Think so. But it's more than just. There's something about that knife, sir.
Yes.
It's not just old. There's something in it.
Yes, there is. And ultimately, I have to say, it's the nature of the knife that probably was your undoing.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Olin, this is going to be my end anyways. It's just a question of when. But you made out good.
Well, that's true of all of us, in the end. What brought you here?
The Thistleton, you mean? To Creedon Hall.
I see.
I knew you was here, sir. I don't think I'm going nowhere. Not till you Not till this is sorted.
I understand.
It's hard to do this, so. Be here, I mean.
What do you propose to do as we uncover more and possibly resolve this?
I don't know there's much more I can do, sir. I'm a second story man, not a flim flam artist. It's gonna know where I am sooner. It's old, sir. It's old and it's spreading, sir.
Spreading.
Metropole has aspirations to empire, sir. I think this thing's seen what real empires are like.
I see.
I shouldn't have taken it, sir. I had my doubts. Or maybe I shouldn't have double-crossed that fella.
I think it was a good job that perhaps you took in a wrong direction in the end.
Oh. If there was ever a choice, I'd never have problems finding the wrong one, would I?
It's true. It might have been your best score ever.
Just made it to Rockcliffe Bank, sir. I think our time is ending, sir.
I understand.
Will you set things right for me?
Definitely. I have associates with me who will ensure that that happens.
Can you ensure Mrs. Potter will have to clean out my place? You see that it's done too.
I will. I have met her. She was concerned about you.
Yeah, she's a good egg, that one.
She is.
Thank you, Arlen.
Of course. And when this is over and you're released, I wish you well on that last journey.
Think of all the things that may be there. You think they've got second story men in, and then there's a knock at the door. And it's morning. You're looking around.
It's gone.
No sign of him whatsoever. Light is coming in through the doors or the panes. It's maybe Rosalie up earlier. Knock at the door, trying to collect everyone for breakfast. You are the last to rise. You can see that there is a struck match next to you. But what else happened? There's no indication that anyway, no physical sign of his footprints or anything like that.
No, of course. I shall relay the story. And I shall explain of my meeting, and I shall relay the sort of brief conversation that I had.
So how do you submit it?
So, unexpectedly, Rodney Weston in, how can I put it, undead form, in a form, perhaps a wraith-like apparition, drained of all life, spoke to me last night. And there was, I feel, an authenticity to it, which persuades me that it was real. He sold, I believe that the knife is in the ownership now of Lord Forrest Fulmore at Creedon Hall. That the power of the knife has almost certainly already overwhelmed Lord Forrest, or at least Lord Forrest has used it inadvisably, and that there is a growing power there, a cancerous power, evil. And he did not use Abel Reed and the Reeds because he thought he would get a better deal with Lord Forrest Fulmore, and I can see why he would do that. And his spirit will only be released when I suspect this case is solved. Little unexpected, but we had a good time, and that seems to have drawn him to me. It was good to see him again. I was momentarily thinking he was alive somehow, but alas, no.
So, what would you guys care?
Did you get?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I, Harlan, did you get the? What gave you the sense that he was actually your friend and not some shade of your friend potentially sent by another?
It could have been. It could have been a misdirection. It is conceivable. Mm-hmm. I think it was his concern for Miss Clark that probably persuaded me more than anything else. Oh, Mrs. Potter, sorry, yes, Mrs. Potter. Miss Clark is the Thistlecrown. Mrs. Potter, his landlady.
I see.
And if it had been something more targeted, I don't think that would have come through.
Makes sense to me.
But it's something to go on, nothing else.
No, I think that is a strong indication. I mean, I ask only because there's much deceit playing out in Metropole.
It's a fair point.
But this has the ring of truth, as you say.
It does. It was him.
So you seem to have aided you come at a time of our greatest need to aid you.
I think the powers and perturbations of the knife have held him corporally, or at least spirit-wise, on this plane. And I foresee that this is some manifestation of a greater evil that has held him.
It's also worth remembering, in life, he was a con arcanist. So if someone, like he mentioned, escaping the attention, that he's got some knowledge of magic and the workings thereof. So,
right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And from what you said, it seems like you felt that, and from what you have told us in the past, that he seemed different to you in terms of his manner, perhaps, or something about his nature has changed from the petty criminal that you had discussed previously.
A little. There is something, I think, about the final resignation that you are no longer alive that I suspect did play a part in his demeanor. He had far less of a slightly frenetic quality to him. There was an unquiet peace to the way that he delivered his final speeches to me.
Well, it seems to me then that would provide further proof that he is who he said he was.
Indeed. It was definitely him. And yet, in character, he was a little different, as you might expect.
Lee, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was just thinking more about what lies ahead of us. So if Lord Forrest has somehow been under the spell of that item, does he probably know we are coming? So I think we should be very, very careful approaching.
Agreed.
And Kevin, what do we know about? I'm looking at my notes, but what do we know about the relationship, good or bad, between Forrest and Thornborn?
None that you've uncovered thus far.
Okay.
As far as you know, Fulmore is the lord of some podunk. You know, if it's off the train line, it's sort of like a bit of a dying community. And on top of that, it doesn't have it has the reputation of it being the home of the Reeds, you know, one of the most notorious crime families dating back generations in Metropole. He's also a relatively, what you did uncover before you left, his family, he is the first to occupy this land. The last, landed aristocracy that owned it, the title transferred to Fulmore, so he is a new person out there.
So would he be considered to be like an incredibly minor house and yet still noble?
Like the last house died out without issue, leaving it sort of up for claims. They claimed it, and with the combination of it being effectively economically cut off because of the distance from the train line, and because of the sort of sinister reputation of the Reeds, it's not exactly an attractive, title to have. So you can draw from whatever conclusions you want from the fact that he picked it as a place to...
Me, it seems like it could be an opportunity. I'm saying this in character. It could be an opportunity for someone if they wished to become a nobleman, to take over a house that no one else wants, and then perhaps come into the possession of an incredibly powerful artifact. I mean, we all know about Thornborn's ancestry and the power he now possesses, so perhaps Lord Fulborn is thinking he might travel the same road.
And I think that actually, so Thornborn would be able to control the artifact, maybe, and not the artifact him. So,
whereas Fulmore,
thank you. Yeah.
No, I think there is every chance that Fulmore thought he was getting certainly a powerful, wealthy artifact. Fulmore may also have got a lot more than he was expecting.
Yeah. I think that too. The only thing I'm fearful of. So if these Reeds are so notorious, would they stay away, or would they be attracted to a new ruler with a mighty artifact? Or would they want it for themselves? I don't know how that works.
From what Harlan's learned about the Reeds before, there's a certain level of magic that's going to be involved in anything in Metropole, but they're not known as magical thieves or things like that. Like, they're just run-of-the-mill highwaymen. So so they would maybe become kind of henchmen for him then, maybe, or do their own things. We don't know.
I mean, I would expect them to be highly sensitive to any modulation in the nature of power in their patch.
Yeah, but I think if you the thing that makes me think that is that you said this is spreading in a way, and so like building the ground and trying to grasp more power.
Yes.
That was my idea, what you told me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's wrong.
No, it could be. It could be. It might be power that's not drawn from this world, of course.
Okay, that's also true.
But it also seems what you're saying, Harlan, is that it's the knife itself that it's trying to establish and increase its power in this world through whatever vessel may hold it at the time. So perhaps our true antagonist is the knife itself.
Yeah.
Do you think we should change our plans? Still go to the scene of, instead of going to the scene of the crime itself, go to this
I think
Lord
so.
Forest?
Yeah.
To be clear, too, you guys don't necessarily know. The body was found. Maybe we haven't actually explored this yet, too. But if you do, I mean, assuming you would have had this information from the insurance agent from before, from Miss, what's her name? Edgerton. Voila. The body was found in a creek on the estate. So someone murdered him, dumped his body, and then the body was brought back without the demon's hands. So as far as the scene of the murder, we've been saying the scene of the crime, you don't necessarily know the specific geographic place where that occurred, at least not yet.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
But is our
I mean, it
assumption
seems like
still
Rodder...
that?
Go ahead, David.
Is our assumption still that Rodder's betrayed Lord Nesbit, the younger, sold the knife to Fulmore, and then Nesbit killed him when he didn't have the goods? Or did the Fulmores kill him to get rid of any evidence? I assume Rodders and the Fulmores were just an artifact. They wouldn't necessarily know the demonic connection to the knife at that stage, one assumes.
Possibly. Certainly when such artifacts, certainly when Arthunian artifacts such as this are put to the purpose for which they are designed, it unleashes the power that lies within it. And as a sacrificial knife or a ritual knife, there is a suspicion I have at the moment that the knife was used to kill Rodders.
Would explain why his spirit is tied to it and still lingers.
And needs this to be resolved. Remember that the knife is associated with the dark god of plagues. A devil-edged blade. So, something may already be amassing, growing, because of the power that's been used and unleashed by the knife. There's my suspicion. As to your question, Maxwell, yes, please.
No, it seems to me you should become a private investigator. And he laughs. But sorry, as you were saying.
No, I think all roads lead to Creedon Manor.
Makes sense.
It's going to be a question of our approach. I'm open to ideas. Unless Abel Reed, nasty reputation.
Yeah, I think we don't want to cross his path if avoidable.
Oh, in a way, though.
But then the enemy of my enemy.
Yeah. If he is, yeah. It might be the undoing of the Reeds, all this. Such power they've amassed, such great connections. To be washed away, what a shame.
I mean, it
they
would
were
seem...
a falling family as well, right?
I agreed. I mean, it would seem that for us, the Reeds are nothing near as bad as the knife.
No. And they're pretty bad.
Exactly. So it's saying something. If we need to have a conversation with them, perhaps it's worth it. even though in other circumstances we would never want to retreat with them whatsoever.
I don't know. It's one possible angle. It's a possible approach to the puzzle.
So,
I mean, would they allow without some sort of introduction? Would we be even be allowed to this estate? These are things that I know not much about.
I don't know. I do wonder if the nature of the manor and the Lord has changed there.
Yeah, I think I could get us in, but then
Right.
what happens afterwards, I'm not. I give no guarantees.
We would have to improvise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it would not be hidden. I mean, I can disguise myself as someone
I
else.
see.
a reminder as well, Maxwell and Harlan, you're going to want to pick your prepared spells for the day. If you've not done so already. Harlan, you can pick any, I think it's your level plus your intelligence modifier per day.
Intelligence modifier is 4. My level is 3,
so
so
7.
7.
So, and basically, so the ones that are marked as, for both you guys, I've got them marked either as like whatever your...
You have domain and you have ritual.
Yeah, so domain or rituals, leave those with the red dots on them because you always have those prepared. Or just don't put the red dots on them because you know what those are always prepared. The ones with the red dots are the ones that you need to prepare. The other ones. So you can pick 7 from those, and then your spell slots will be used to be cast from there. And with Cleric, I think you've got the ability to draw on more spells, because I think you can, it's like other, like 5e, where you can pick from anything in the Cleric list. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or is that wrong?
I believe that's correct.
Oh, it's... Gosh. I'm going to risk swapping out. But inevitably, I'll get that wrong.
I've got mine selected already, but I'm just looking at the...
Yeah, I've dropped a false life.
Okay.
And I have added sleep.
Nice.
And the question is, detect thoughts or hold?
Yeah, so Kevin, you can prepare any spell on the divine spell list from circles for which you have divine spell slots.
Yeah, so it's still the same. So you're free to do that. I've only got the ones that were on there before. If there are other spells you want to prep, you can drag and drop them from the compendium and then just tweak them to make sure they're TOV compliant. Just make sure you're using the 2014 version, because the 2024 ones will not drop out of these sheets. Oh, Druid as well, actually, for that matter, I think. Do druids have a list of known spells, or do you get to pick anything?
Yes, but I would stay with the list I have.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I have a very handy ring that allows me basically to prepare all other spells.
Oh, awesome. Fantastic.
Oh, that's cool.
And the Paladin, I think you only have like known spells and you just cast from that list. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll let you guys sort that out. If you guys are meeting down for breakfast this morning, what are you guys intending on doing today then? Does this work? I want to bring you back to a pub here. Hold on, guys. It's bigger than what the...
Oh, no. If we need a drink before we go do anything, it's...
the Thistle and Crown is definitely smaller than what you see on the illustration here, but it's not going to be better depictor than the...
it's a good illustration.
Yeah.
It is cool. I love the little creep sneaking around in the rafters, too.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Great.
Yeah, nice.
One reminder too, you guys have access to the telegraph as well. So would that you want to send any messages back to Metropole, or receive information from there, you can do that. You're limited in what resources you kind of have there, but it is something that is accessible to you. And remember, Metropole is only like 5 hours away from Thistleton, so you're also free to travel that distance. So, everyone has
Harlan,
a
what do you think? Oh, sorry. I was going to just ask Harlan, do you think we should convey what we've learned thus far to...
Yes, I think we probably should.
Just Edgerton?
Yeah. It's like an incremental backup, you know.
Yeah.
A save game.
Again, this may be a day job thing too, but what you're doing is sending a substantive update and then immediately follow that with a bill.
Yeah.
That's right. All the receipts, everything just comes through.
Yeah, exactly.
A minute later.
Somebody else is playing and start at that start point.
Yeah.
That's right. That's true.
So what, with that in mind, is there anything that you have uncovered or experienced that you want to withhold from your update? If it's easier to just say what you're gonna say, we can just say that. But if and I guess the other thing is, are you sending it by post, or are you sending it by telegraph?
Maybe do not mention the ghost.
I think there's a lot we don't mention, actually. I think
I love this campaign already because I'm about to ask a question. Which ghost? Because there's been two so far.
That's true.
Sorry, Graham, go ahead.
Well, so my suggestion, and I'm open to other ideas, is that we use telegraph. We, if this is going back to our employers, which I assume it must be, their interest is in the recovery of the knife, because they want evidence. Well, they perhaps want evidence. Basically as to where it is, and they don't want to pay out. So, in some ways, everything else is almost, given the nature of their business and my experience, my brief experience of what I thought may have been the person running the operation, is really completely uninterested. They're interested in their business assets. The fact that some people got killed on the way, well, it's a great shame, but really, they don't care. Unless they feel that they see, if they're told, they may have to look as if they care. But that's just business acumen.
No, you're not wrong. Your past experience dealing with folks like Edgerton, so long as the cost in literal and metaphorical cost is less than what the payout on the policy would be, they'll be happy to pay it. So
absolutely. So I think what we do is we stick to the rudimentary facts, without perhaps the tawdry details of the magical interventions and perhaps some of the meetings that we've had. So it would be, knife has been located. It seems clear. Knife has been located. It is at Creedon. Was it Creedon Manor?
Creedon Hall.
Creedon Hall in Creedon Hill. It is believed in possession of Lord Forrest Fulmore, seeking to reacquire the knife. And the final thing I'll say is additional parties interested in acquiring knife, including, and I'll name him, Lord Thornborn.
And just add a PS, we didn't see any ghosts.
Yeah. Or war demons.
You're saying this. You're saying this by telegraph, right?
Yeah.
By telegraph, so that's openly, basically.
Is it open?
Yeah,
not so much open as that the telegraph operator will have to communicate it, right? So there's at least two people who will read the message beyond.
Okay.
The people who were.
Yeah, I was trying to do that because it was less. But
no, I thought the same thing at first, but then I recalled that it's probably safer to have it go by post.
Okay, we'll do the post thing then.
Okay.
And it's not very far, and there's a train line, so
true. Okay, let's do that. No, that's fair point.
Okay. anything else you wish to do today? So you'll write up your message, get it sent by post.
It's not an encrypted email, is it really? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think one thing we should do. How far out of town is the estate? It's that's the what.
Well, it's a separate community that'll be a day's travel away.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
in answer to your question about Creedon Hill itself, Creedon Hill, and if you guys are, we'll get to this in a second. I'll give you the information first. Creedon Hill is about a day's travel away, down a ill-used road. What you have heard from what Harlan learned about the Reeds before, the Reeds sort of notoriously have their own sort of like estate, as it were. Some might call it a hideout, some might call it a hunting lodge, some might call it a estate, but they are separate from the actual community there. Creedon Hill is Creedon Hall is sort of on a prominent place overlooking the community.
I see.
Rosalie, would you mind giving us a history check, please?
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't mind, so I will do that.
That would be a great and succinct response.
Hey!
20, baby! Whoa!
Look at that. Amazing.
Rosalie, seeing the downcast, glyph stones or druid stones that were built into the church, it's just been weighing on you. And there's something you've been... So Creedon Hill, the community itself, at one point, there was a circle of druids associated with it. They've been gone for 200 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a group there. The stones that were used for the church here, they were likely something that was a relatively small, circle and whatever, a small structure. Creedon Hill, it hasn't dawned on you until now. Creedon Hill was a prominent place of power for those druids.
Yes.
The name itself is because it was a place that was held sacred by the druids, though they've long been gone now for centuries. But this place was more likely a little shrine in comparison to whatever was built at Creedon Hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would. Thinking about it, I would share that knowledge. So, and there seems to be some concentration of the old druidic power in this region. So, it might be that if this is really somehow connected to some plague or so, it would be a good point to spread, tapping into that power network.
You know that the circle itself was dissolved. I'm not sure you know what's happened to the stones, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they could still be in place, or, as was the case here, could be torn down and repurposed. What you do know is that the Reeds seem, from what Harlan, you've read about the Reeds or learned about the Reeds, you're not sure if there's been any connection between the two of them, though you've not heard of any specific druidic magic or druidic influence. The Druids, notwithstanding their current place in society, were traditionally a influential power in Metropole, as evidenced by the fact that the roses are incorporated into the Metropole coat of arms.
Right.
It's just not that time seems to a fading power, as it were, almost like the Reeds. So as far as asking, how long it's going to be, because that would be something you'd have to ask local. I think if you ask your proprietor, Ms. Clark, about that, because she asks how everyone slept, she comments on Rosalie. You look so much better today. You look very well rested. The sleep agreed with you, my dear.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was such a lovely place to sleep.
Of course, of course. And what you going to be singing about your business today, then?
Yes, we should be undertaking our business.
Oh, good. And if one of you asks her about the distance to Creedon Hill, she sort of stops. You're not planning on going to Creedon Hill, are you?
Regrettably, highly regrettably, our business requires us to go to Creedon Hill.
So much. Why is there so many people going to Creedon Hill all of a sudden? Is that man? That man that was murdered, was he so important as to draw so much attention to that place?
What sort of people are coming to Creedon Hill?
She looks around. Folks what were inquiring after his death. There's something.
Oh, I see.
I've said he was just a pickpocket what died. You don't send that many people out in search of a pickpocket, do you? There's been fancy people out from Metropole for weeks now.
I've just missed some of that.
Yeah, I
That
was wondering if it was just me.
Just wondered if it was your mic.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Great.
Good. What she said is,
I think you were leaning in.
oh yeah, you know what it is? One of the things I got to do is adjust the what do you call it? The breakpoint for the mic, because I've got anytime I make weird noises, just cuts out, assuming it's the dog barking.
Yeah.
I mean, not wrong normally. What she said is that they think there's strange people what coming out from Metropole. You think this pickpocket was you don't send that many people out in search of what's happened with just some simple pickpocket. You have some with him.
It's not him that they're looking for.
It's something to do with them reeds, ain't it?
Most business, I'm led to believe, in Creedon Hill has something to do with the reeds.
Oh, them reeds ain't just there. One of them's come out here too. He operates the livery. And the porters, the teamsters. That reed, they married the Jeffords girl.
Oh,
Tessa. Clement Reed. He runs that out here. If you're looking to hire horses, a wagon to go up there, he's been doing lots of business. And you think just because a Reed don't live in Creedon Hill anymore, he's no longer a Reed?
No, I understand that once a Reed, you most certainly are always a Reed.
That is the case, indeed.
That's been very helpful.
She seems quite delighted by that.
And a very fine breakfast too, I must say.
Oh, it's just something.
so yeah, maybe just in order to make her a little bit more happy, then I suppose that kind of woman has some kind of flower bouquet on the tables or so, something like that.
Somebody on the music, a planter outside or something like that.
Yeah. So I could just use a little bit of this gift of I have for plants to make it blossom a little bit more. Just
her eyes go wide when you do that. Ooh. And she kind of looks you up and down. You've got touch with the old ways.
Indeed. And that is maybe why we have to go there. Because you remember or you heard about the old times.
So thus far, she's sort of been like, a gossipy, like, oh, this town next door, they're full of fucking assholes, which is not unusual for small towns necessarily.
Yeah.
But this time, Rosalie, her face gets quite graven. She grabs your arm and she says, "You can't go, Val."
I think we have to, otherwise whatever remains of the old ways will wane as well.
She leans in and with utter seriousness, she simply says, "The old ways have gone, and something darker has taken root there. You should not go there, ma'am. You should not go there."
I have to. I appreciate your concern, and I will really heed your warnings, but I have to.
She says something, and it's sort of like a... She obviously does not speak Druidic, but what she offers is a little aphorism or prayer or warding sort of thing in Druidic. The kind of thing that, like, you would learn how to repeat, but not fully understand how to communicate. Think of, like, Catholic masses, right? Like, when they were in... where you would know how to say certain things, but you can't really converse in it. She says that to you, which is the first indication she's given at all of any kind of devotion to the old ways. And that is where we're going to have to end our session.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Oh my God, that went by quickly.
yeah, it's... I mean, we yapped for quite a bit to start, but...
Yeah, still.
All right, but for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for Chapter 5 of The Demon's Hand. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the adventure we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active. We have channels there dedicated to Tales of the Valiant and 5th edition, 5.5, as well as most of the other games and campaigns we run on the channel, as well as things like Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. There's a terrific, helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly community over there. You're more than welcome to join us. The only thing I would ask is that we have had to set up a password, or not a password, like answer a security question to get on because of spammers. It's a fucking plague. If you are going to answer that, just please make it an answer that I understand that you've watched the channel or it's in relation to the channel, because spammers come in and want to say, "Oh, I want to be part of the community. I want to talk about games. I want to do whatever," and then inevitably get in and start asking people for commissions for artwork. So to avoid that,
I've been blocked twice already. So
George is really falling on hard times right now, and he could use if you want to do commission artwork, he has AI ready to prompt for your characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you need. I'll type it right in.
In addition, there's a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, or new RPGs, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, including what everybody is demanding that we run on the channel, guys. Say it with me. We all know what it is. Dark Ages Vampire 20th Anniversary Edition. Oh, maybe that's just me. If they don't have something in stock in their extensive catalog, you can find it on the. You can put it on a want list. They'll send you an email when it comes in. They also have outstanding customer service. If you have any issues with your order, contact them. They will make it right for you. They're currently having their clearance sale for the summer. So we don't have a discount code for you yet, but we will in the next shortly. So if you're listening to this after today, July 26, 2026, come back to one of our more recent videos. We should have a discount code for you there, but the discount code will be 10% off any purchase of $10 or more. The current discounts that they're having for the clearance sale are better than that. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart investigators. So Graham, Ingolf, George, and David, thank you so much for playing today, guys. I'm so sorry for what's going to be happening when you reach Creighton Hill.
Me too.
But I did enjoy playing with you today. And for those listening at home, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that are bedeviling our intrepid investigators. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.